Hey guys, so I wanted to do a video on co-sleeping. I know this is a kind of controversial subject for a lot of people, and I just want to tell you guys about our experience with co-sleeping and how we came about deciding to co-sleep with William. But before I get started, in no way am I trying to tell you guys you should or shouldn't co-sleep. I am for it, but you know, to each their own. When I was pregnant with William, I had no intentions of co-sleeping with him. You know, I'd watched all these videos and stuff, and I was just scared. I didn't want to put him in the bed with us and, you know, fall asleep, be in a deep sleep, and not realize he was there or whatever. But I had all these fears, so I had no intentions of co-sleeping with him. But then, after he was born, you know, the first few weeks were hard for me anyways. I was so scared. I don't know, I was scared to leave him in a different room, and I had to constantly be looking at him to make sure he was breathing. And so I'm sure some of it had to do with me, because I didn't really leave his side at all. And I guess he got used to that. I didn't really realize, but I would hold him a lot, and he got to where he would only sleep if I was holding him. So I would get him to sleep and we had a pack and play. That's what we started out with. And I would get him to sleep, and as soon as I would lay him down in his pack and play, his little eyes would just pop open, and he would just scream. And I don't like letting him cry. I know a lot of people say, you know, just let him cry it out, but me or my husband, either one, were able to listen to him cry. And the first 6 weeks of William's life, he didn't sleep in the bed with us. I was still too scared. I would just get him to sleep, and then I'd get up with him, and I'd sit there and rock him, and he would sleep great. And we just didn't get a lot of sleep for the first 6 weeks. And so the pack and play didn't seem to be working. He didn't like it. He didn't seem to like all the space around him. So we got and he had acid reflux. So the doctor said he probably didn't like just laying flat on his back. So we got him a bassinet that it's like a portable bassinet. I'll show you guys a video of it. That's inclined, just for babies with acid reflux. It seems to help them sleep better. And he liked that okay, but he slept better if I was touching him in some way, holding him preferably. But as long as I had a hand on him, or he could open his little eye and see me, he was fine. So finally, and it just really, the first 6 weeks sucked. I wish that I would have just went ahead and put him in the bed with us, because after we finally did, it was so great. We all slept so good. And the bad thing during that first 6 weeks too is, you know, I didn't work, but my husband, he would have to sleep in a different room because I was having to get up with the baby, and I didn't want him to sleep in the bed with us, so I was getting up like every hour or 2 hours. And so he would have to sleep in the other room, and he didn't like being away from us, and we didn't like being away from him. So we got to where we would sleep in the living room, and I would sleep on the pull-out bed, and my husband would sleep on the couch part. But so after he was 6 weeks old, we were doing our research online, and we found some co-sleepers to put in the bed with you. And I'm so glad that we did. It's a really awesome little thing that you put in the bed, and it gives the baby their own space. And when we finally did that, it was wonderful. He slept through, like, he only wakes up once a night now, and he's been that way for, well, as long as he's not having a bad night. But he still wakes up about once a night, but that's it. And he'll sleep 6 hour, 7 hour stretches at a time now, which is wonderful. But after we finally decided to put him in the bed with us, it was so much better. He slept better, I slept better, my husband slept better, and it was the right decision for us. Just everything worked out better. And I'm going to show you guys how we do it. What we did was we pushed our bed all the way up against the wall, and I took a blanket and shoved down. There wasn't really much room over there, but just to be safe, I shoved a blanket down the corner beside the bed and the wall, so there was nowhere for him. If he did roll out of it, there was nowhere for him to get stuck in. And so he sleeps between me and the wall, and then he has his own little space, and me and my husband have ours, which we have a king size bed, so it works out really well. But for anybody that's having trouble with their small babies sleeping, and you're scared to put them in the bed with you, but you think that that's what you want to do, get a co-sleeper. They are so great. We got ours on eBay because they can be expensive, so we bought a used one, but we got it off eBay, and it was, I mean, it looked brand new, and we just washed the cover and everything. But it's really cool because it's got the sides where you can't roll over anything onto him, but it's enough to where I can lay on my side and put my arm on him still, so he feels comfortable and safe. And but I feel comfortable and safe knowing that I can't, that he has his own space.
Okay, so this is our bed. And this is William's bed. Let me show you. And also, he sleeps with his own blanket. We don't share a blanket. He has his own, and then Tim and I have ours. And so, I really love this thing though. Let's see what kind it is. It's a Baby Delight. Yeah. But I really like it because it's got these are hard, but it ends right here. So when I sleep at night, you know, I lay facing William, and I can put my arm over there just to check on him or to comfort him or whatever he needs in the middle of the night. But as you can see, there was a little crack here, but we've shoved blankets down, and then there's the long blanket that we have over here. So all the holes anywhere, and that's like down in there. So all the places that he could fall into or roll into have been plugged up. Alright, there's William in his co-sleep